In today's video, we discuss how to build muscle and lose belly fat at the same time. I explain when it's possible and when it's not.
All by myself.
Hey guys, this is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com. Thank you for tuning into the video. We're going to discuss how to add muscle and lose body fat simultaneously, because there are definitely ways you can do that. There are times when it's possible and times when I feel like it's much more difficult. So we're going to get really into that. We're going to get into the nuts and the bolts of how I think you can handle that process. Now, before we get started, if you like content like this, where I give you feedback to your answers, go to my Instagram. I have an Instagram and I answer your direct messages. That's what this video is all about. Also, I really would appreciate it if you go over here and hit this little subscribe button. Won't delay the video. We'll keep rolling right forward. And let's get into today's question, which I'll put on the screen direct from my Instagram. And here it is. So my man here asks me a simple question. How do I build some muscle mass and how do I lose some belly fat? And the simple truth to that is you're gonna have to change your lifestyle. Now, I tried to do a little search on this guy's Instagram. I didn't get a lot of information, so I really don't know about body composition or training history. Those are the two biggest factors right there. How long have you been training, as in resistance training, and how is your body composition, okay? So this is when we can really get into a good place where we're losing body fat and building muscle. That's when our training age is very young. Now, if you don't know what training age is, I did a whole video on that. So you can look up my name and the word training age. If you don't know what body composition is, the amount of body fat versus lean body mass that we have on our bodies. So if your body composition is less than ideal, meaning you've got quite an extra amount of body fat above what would be your normal body fat set point, well, then you have the opportunity to kind of come back to your natural body fat set point without too much resistance, without fighting yourself. Now, if your training age is low and your body fat is high, we can certainly bring these numbers level. That's how we are able to do it. But it requires dedication, because obviously if your body fat is high and your training age is low, you haven't put a lot of time and effort into yourself, into your body. Perhaps you've been busy doing something else. If that's your goal, it's going to require going to the gym 4, 5, 6 days a week. It's going to require paying attention to your diet. Now, by no means do I think you need to eat chicken and broccoli and all these things, but we do need to understand that there is value in hitting daily macronutrient goals. Protein, carbs, and fats, okay? I'm a big believer in flexible dieting, and the approach that I would take would be to do a diet recall. You, my friend, should track your diet for 1 week. Find out where you're at with your protein, carbs, and fats. That's about your calorie balance for the week. Then we can start to adjust your macros to suit this goal. I would also get into a situation where you're doing some kind of resistance training, some type of exercise that allows you to build muscle. You see, building muscle is going to be the result of some type of program that you put yourself under. Now, I myself love straight up bodybuilding. I love curls for the girls. I love rows for the hoes. I love shoulders with boulders, whatever. I make up a bunch of sayings here, but you get the point. I like going to the gym and lifting weights. I am a competitive bodybuilder. I'm a natural bodybuilder. I've been doing this since, I'm gonna give you a year here, you guys are gonna laugh at me. I think I started lifting weights in 1991. That's right, so I've been at this a long time. I just love this stuff. So, of course, that's how I come at things. When people say, hey, I wanna put on lean body mass, they say, well, you know, bodybuilding is a pretty good way to do it, but it's not the only way. Any type of exercise is going to do that. I've had friends that were just really good athletes. They were always playing sports that carried a good amount of lean body mass. But if you want the most effective way, in my opinion, it's going to be some form of resistance training. Now, you pair that diet with resistance training, and I would even suggest we get a little bit of a cardiovascular component in there. I do not want you to put yourself in a situation where you're doing so much cardio just to see the scale come down. When our goal is to add muscle and lose body fat, there is an amount of body fat I feel is proper to lose per week, okay? That's going to be 1% of your body fat, okay? If you're able to lose 1% of your body weight per week, I'm sorry, I said body fat, but I meant body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, that's 2 pounds per week, right? So if you're able to keep it in that range, you're gonna be really able to perform in the gym. You're gonna really be able to focus on getting stronger, putting more weight on the bar, putting more sets and reps in, increasing your work capacity over time, because whatever training program you start with, you're gonna have to adapt it every 4, 6, 8 weeks, okay? If you're really new to the gym, you don't really have to worry about that. You just need to go in and do something. Your body's gonna respond like that. If you've been at this a little while, things get a little bit tougher. So that's when it's possible. When your training age is low and your body fat is high, you can bring those numbers much more into balance. However, if you're somebody who is already kind of leanish and you've been training for a few years, this is where we have to go through phases focused on one or the other. This is what I do as a competitive bodybuilder. I spend 2 to 3 years focused on eating above maintenance slightly and getting stronger, increasing my work capacity, putting more weight on the bar, putting more time in the gym, whatever needs to be done to get stronger and build muscle, I do for 2 or 3 years at a time. Then every now and then, like right now, I go, this year, I started in January and I said, you know what, this is the year I'm gonna start dieting down. I started dieting down from 225 pounds and now I'm under 200 pounds. And that process means when I've been training in the gym for over 20 years, when I'm someone that's got this much experience and my body composition at 225 pounds, I was pretty lean. That means to me, I'm not gonna be putting muscle on this year. 2018 was the year for me to just get shredded. I didn't probably put on any muscle this year, sad face, but I enjoy it. I love it. I love where I'm at right now. If you see my thumbnail or whatever, if you look at my other videos, you look at my Instagram, I am probably the most shredded I've ever been in my life. And that's okay. I'm okay with the fact that this year was more about getting shredded. But it's a realistic expectation. The longer you train, the harder it's going to be for you to put on muscle. The leaner you are, the harder it's going to be for you to put on muscle. So my training age is very high. My body composition, shredded. Am I going to be able to put on a bunch of muscle while losing body fat? No. That's the real story. I'm kicking it to you real guys. If you're not already in fantastic shape, if you haven't been training that long, you can certainly do it. It's gonna take a little bit of dedication. If you would like a free guide on flexible dieting, go to prophysiquefree.com. I'm happy to give everybody this introduction into flexible dieting to explain what it is, explain how to set up your diet so that you can hit your goals and not feel like you're just eating chicken and broccoli all day long. If you would like a free training guide, I have a free beginner's guide as well. Email training@prophysique.com. My administrator will send you our free little ebook. It's just an introduction into training, how to set up a training program, how to set up some nutrition, how to find a gym, how to get over the intimidation, some basic exercise rules, just the basics for true beginners. True beginners. All right, guys. Hopefully that's enough information for you today. Hope you're having an awesome Wednesday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
By myself.